besties, welcome to a beautiful, lovely day. I was at the gym on the Stairmaster. I was just thinking back to like when I first started working out and how I used to have all these excuses, and now I'm just the type of person where I immediately will talk myself through it and get myself to get up and do what I need to do. And so I thought that I would use this knowledge I've gained over the years and ask you guys to give me your most common excuses so that I can shut them down. Just kidding. The HR way to say that would be I'm going to make some suggestions as to how you guys can stop making those excuses. Okay, so the number one excuse that I honestly didn't even have to ask, I knew was going to show up, but it is, I'm tired. Pull yourself together. You're lying to yourself, bestie. I truly understand feeling tired, but let me tell you guys that working out is not your priority. I'm going to call you guys out and tell you guys that. It's something you want, maybe. It's something that you've been desiring to do, but it's not a priority. Because if it was a priority, you'd find any way to make it work. If it is something that you really, really want, then I'm going to suggest that you reevaluate your priorities. I think most people will say that they're tired because they immediately think to work out at the end of the day once you've done everything, right? Like once you've done school, once you've done work, once you've done this, that, whatever. Now it's time for me to work out. But because I waited so long to the end of the day, now I'm tired. I'm tired out from the rest of the day. I gave my energy to everything else. I didn't make time to prioritize working out. Working out is my last option. I'm tired. Too bad. It's gonna have to wait until the next day. Versus you have the most energy at the beginning of the day, and that is why I will preach to no end. Working out at the beginning of the day is the best because you get it done. It's out of the way. You don't have to think about it for the rest of the day. You feel good. You feel energized throughout the day. And if you know what, your workout tires you out, at least you already got that done. You do everything else. Why? Because everything else in your day, the huge chunk of what takes up your day, that's stuff you have to do, right? You have to go to work. You can't just always call out of work because you're tired. You're gonna show up even if you're tired. You're gonna go to work even if you're walking around like a zombie. You're gonna go to school even if you didn't get 8 hours of sleep. You're gonna go to school and you're gonna be there falling asleep, but you're there. You're showing up. And so you can make time to show up for yourself, to work out, to do those things that you want to do. But you have to prioritize them. You have to figure out, how can I make it work in my day so that my excuse is not, I'm tired. Because you can do things tired. You go to school tired. You go to work tired. You take care of your kids tired. You do a lot of things tired. But you don't do working out tired. I'm telling you guys. It's about priorities. And so I would highly, highly recommend that you prioritize working out. I will die on that hill because if you want to change your life, working out is the best way to get the ball rolling on that, because working out builds discipline. And when you build discipline, you start wanting to change your life for the better. Like you reevaluate your entire life and you think about, how can I change this? Like, look at how much I changed with my working out, with my fitness. I want to change this now. I want to change that. And you just become addicted to the feeling of feeling good. Like you feel how good it feels to feel good, that you just want to keep feeling good and better and better and better. So with that, we are going to go ahead and get started on our workout. Cheers, bestie. I'm going to group a bunch of these together. So there are excuses like, I'll start tomorrow. It'll happen someday, but not today. And I don't have time. Let me tell you guys, besties, you're lying to yourself because tomorrow is never going to come. The only time that's guaranteed is right now. Set yourself up for success tomorrow, but you have to do something to start today. Get the flow started today, because otherwise you're not going to do it. The amount of times that I have told myself, tomorrow for sure, I swear, I promise myself, I'm changing my life tomorrow. You guys don't know how badly I want this. And then tomorrow comes and I decide one more day won't hurt. I'll start the next day. Or I'll tell myself, you know what? I'm going to start it. I do good right at the beginning of the day, and then towards the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? I already messed up. Somebody at work offered me a donut. I'll just start tomorrow so that I can be perfect. So that I will turn down any donut that is offered to me tomorrow. But today, you know, that one donut, it won't hurt. But you already have like a negative connotation with that donut. If I really want the donut, I'll say yes, but I won't look at it negatively like, oh my God, I just had a donut. That means I can't work out. That means I can't eat good for the rest of the day. This, that. You have to look at things individually almost. Like, did I have a donut right now? Yes. Is that going to ruin the rest of my day? No. Did I decide that today I need to rest? Is that going to end my perfect going to the gym every single day? No, I needed the rest. I needed the rest today, so I gave it to myself. I'll pick up again tomorrow. But this is different from the excuse of I'll start tomorrow. You've already been in it, right? You've been going for it, you've been doing it, and you just needed the rest. You just needed the rest, but I say cap it at one day. Don't let yourself take multiple rest days, because then you're going to get comfortable with the rest and you're going to want to give up. And that's one of the excuses that popped up, was one more day won't hurt. And you have to know what your limits are. What can you really give yourself that is not going to put yourself back? So for me personally, again, I know I have to work out in the morning, because when I get home from work, I am tired. I'm mentally, physically, emotionally drained. I'm not going to have the time or the capacity to work out at the end of the day. Right now, I'm doing twice a day workouts, like 3 days out of the week. And the only way that I know I'm able to get the workout done is if I go straight from work. Like, I don't even give myself the time to cool off. In Spanish, we say sometimes, no te enfríes, like don't get cold, right? You're already in the groove of things. You're hot. You're in the zone. Go straight to the gym if that is what's going to make sure that you don't give yourself the excuse to not show up for yourself today. You know that I am tired, but you know what? The only time I can find to work out is in the afternoon, because I just can't get myself to wake up earlier. I just have so much in the morning that I can't find the time to work out in the morning. My only time is in the afternoon. How am I going to do it if I'm tired by the afternoon? No te dejes enfriar. Don't get cold. Just go straight to the gym. Go straight home, but go straight into working out in your room, wherever you have your space to work out. Just do it. Get in there, besties, and do it. Okay, that was a good first half of the workout. I worked out for about 40 minutes and I've burned 241 calories already. That is awesome. Honestly, before I started this workout, I made a choice that today I'm going to have a really great workout, and I've had a really good workout. It sometimes comes down to perspective and how you go into things. That leads me to a couple of other excuses, which are, if I don't complete the entire workout, what's the point? If you go in with the mindset that, you know, I have to have a perfect workout in order for this workout to count for something, is already going in with a negative mindset, honestly. That's how I used to be. I really did used to think that I had to do an intensive HIIT workout and be dripping sweat in order for it to feel like I had a really great workout. And after a while, I started noticing that that was stressing my body out. I was just doing the absolute most, and for what? Because I started realizing that even simple workouts have such a huge impact on your body and in just your daily routine. And so that's when I started shifting more towards doing Pilates and doing more like low impact workouts. You know, maybe at the beginning, the intensive workouts did work. They really did, because that's what helped me lose a huge amount of weight. But after a while, it started being too much for me. And so I had to shift the way that I was working out in order for me to keep up with it, because otherwise I would have tired myself out. I could have injured myself. And that honestly leads me to another excuse, which is I'm not strong enough to keep going, and that I'll hurt my leg again. Besties, valid, valid, valid. Oh, there's another one too that says my IBS says so. Valid, valid. You know, all valid excuses. But it always comes down to there's a way. There's always a way. I think of all the Olympic medalists with disabilities. They didn't let their disability or that one thing stop them. They didn't think, I can't do this. They thought, how can I do this? How can I do this despite XYZ? Yes, you might have IBS. You might have hurt your leg once. Maybe it's time to shift the way that you're working out. Were you doing like heavy weightlifting? Were you doing like super intense workouts? Maybe you're gonna have to start from the get-go. You're gonna have to start from square one. And that's okay. It's okay to begin again. You have to rebuild that strength to get back into it. And then again, maybe you are now going to have to start doing more low impact workouts. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay for things to change. Maybe like 2 years ago, if you guys have been here for that long, I hurt my foot because I tripped over one of the weights in my room. It took me a really long time to be able to not fear falling again or getting hurt again. And so I had to change how I was working out because I obviously couldn't be jumping anymore. I couldn't be doing those high intense movements. And so that's when I started shifting towards doing more low impact stuff. And honestly, in that, I realized just how beneficial that can be. You know, just working out with light weights on their own makes such a huge difference. You don't have to do heavy lifting. You don't have to do the jumping. You can still do slow movements, do what you can for your body to still get that workout done and, you know, just feel healthy, feel good. There's not one direction. There's a million different roads that you can follow and things that you can do to work with what you have and get it done. Time for breakfast, and honestly, I don't even know what I want. Sometimes if I just stare long enough into the fridge, something pops out at me. So I decided to make something with my trusty old shredded chicken. Honestly, that chicken has come in so handy. Like literally just boil some chicken, shred it up. You can make breakfast with it, lunch, dinners, best thing ever. Such a huge lifesaver, time saver. I love having the little bags of shredded chicken because when I cannot find something to make, I'm like, okay, what can I make with this chicken? A salad, pasta, breakfast, machaca. Throw it in with eggs, an omelet. So today I decided I'm gonna make some tostadas. So I'm heating up the chicken and then I'm gonna do an egg on top, some frijoles. The tostada looks pretty tasty. Cheers. I don't know how to eat cute. Like I always see videos of these girls where they like take little bites or like. I'm like, I can't. I just go in, I'm like, food falling out, aggressive chewing, like, I don't know. Okay, we have made it to the gym. I just finished up at a training, which was actually a really good training. I really enjoyed it. Don't mind me though, I'm just currently switching out of my shoes. I learned something from myself today. at this training, and that's that I can really step into a leadership position. So we got broken up into different groups, and I just initiate the conversation, which is so funny because I'm an introvert. It's not easy for me to open up, and like I'm everything but what I do in a setting where I have to take on a leadership role. And I'm pretty proud of myself for doing that. I feel like that's something I've realized about myself as I get older, is that I really I can step up if I need to. And so when we were broken up into the groups, you know, there's always like that little awkward silence where people are like, okay, who's gonna lead us? Who's gonna start the conversation? And I'm always like, all right, guys, what are we gonna do? Let's get started. Let's get this ball rolling. And I don't know when that shifted, because I used to not be me. I used to be the person that would just sit there and like quiet. Like I was never a talker in school. I was so quiet. Like I would just keep to myself. I always knew the answer, but I would never say it out loud because I didn't have that courage to say it out loud. But that is not me today. I have definitely grown in that way, and I'm so proud of myself. I don't know if it's something that comes with age. I don't know if it's something that just comes with like just not caring anymore. But if I want to say something, I will say it. I will speak up for other people. I will share what I have to say. I will share my opinions, and I'm so proud of myself for doing that. So just thought I acknowledge that, toot my own horn, because you should toot your own horn whenever you can. Acknowledge those little moments of growth in yourself, and it's not bragging. It's just being proud of yourself for growing in that way, especially when you've never been that way before, and all of a sudden you're finding yourself being a little bit more brave. You're finding yourself being a little bit more courageous, you know, speaking up and stuff. Like those are things to be proud of. And so I will toot my own horn whenever it comes to that. And just like that, we are done at the gym. I did 30 minutes today, but I got such a great workout. I decided to just do the 2 cardio machines. I did the bike and the stairs, but I challenged myself to level up. So when I was doing it last week, I was just doing 10 minutes of each. I wasn't really upping the resistance that much on the bike, and today I decided to challenge myself. So I put up the resistance and I worked out for 15 minutes. I actually just told myself to do 2 more minutes, but I was already in the flow of it, and I just decided to do another 3 minutes. So I did 15 minutes of the bike, and then with the stairs, I didn't necessarily up the resistance, but I did push it to 15 minutes. So I'm proud of myself. Little achievements, guys. Set little achievable goals that will motivate you to just keep pushing more and more, versus like, let's say for example, I told myself, okay, I'm gonna do 30 minutes on the Stairmaster today. Obviously I can't do that because I start tapping out at the 10 minutes. So you know, I'm setting myself up for failure because I'm assuming, or I'm telling myself, okay, this is my goal that is so unachievable for me right now. And then I go in there with this goal in mind and I don't achieve it. And then I tell myself, or I end up feeling that I can't do it, that I'm not good enough to do it because like I tapped out at 10 minutes. Instead, I told myself, okay, let's go in. Let's give myself 10 minutes. And if I needed only 5 minutes, 5 minutes is good enough. And I still did it. Little measurable achievements. What did we say? Small steps lead to big changes. Time to unwind for bed. I'm going to do a little bit of self-care. I'm going to put on like a face mask, watch a little movie. But before that, I'm going to make myself a little super calm drink. So I like taking this, honestly, every now and then. I don't drink this every single night or every other night. There's really no routine with it. Just every now and then when I need a little self-care, I drink this little super calm. And this is just like a calming drink that you can take at night. It has ashwagandha, L-theanine, magnesium glycinate, and vitamin D3. Small change of plans. I was going to end my night already, do a little face mask, but I'm gonna enjoy my little drink and work on my diamond painting because I haven't gotten back to that in a little bit. So we're gonna pull that out and then just watch a movie or something. But before we do that, I do want to take some time to pat myself on the back, toot my own horn, because if you guys remember, one of my main goals for the month of January was to close all of my workout rings, and I did just that. Like, it is, look at this perfect month of January. All of my rings are filled out. Like, I'm so proud of myself because I set a goal and I went after it. I had been struggling for a little bit to be this consistent with every single day, and just not only the fact that I was working out, but I feel like because, like I said earlier, I was building that discipline with consistently working out, I feel like I just felt so good every single day. Whether, you know, I was feeling down, you guys know I talked about it, I openly talk about, you know, when I'm going through things, when I'm feeling anxious, and I felt that this month. But despite all of those feelings of feeling down, feeling anxious, upset, uncertain, confused, scared, like, I still showed up every single day. I made that time for myself, and I'm so proud of myself for doing that. And that just brings me to the last excuse, which is, what if I'm still not happy? And I think that honestly, with all of the other excuses, maybe there's just some reevaluating that needs to be done. Have a conversation with yourself about, what does happiness look like to you? What would you have to feel or accomplish at the end for you to be happy? Like, what are you looking for? Because this is fear talking, and I think a lot of us have this fear. It's like, what if I chase this, but it's not what I wanted? What if I put all of this time, effort, all of my energy into this, and it ends up that it's not what I expected? And really, that is you just setting yourself up for failure and keeping yourself from actually achieving that goal. This in specific, I asked, what is the most common excuse you tell yourself that keeps you from reaching your workout goals? I think honestly, this comes more so with the physical aspect of it, because if you go on a workout journey solely just because you want to look better, like you want to be toned, you want to be skinny, you want to be fit, I think that is the wrong way to go about fitness. If you change your mindset on that and you go through this journey working on not just the physical, but the mental and the emotional, and learning to love yourself right now, like working on that self-worth and that self-love right now as you are, so that when you do get to your goal weight, you'll love yourself then, but you also loved yourself now, and you love yourself every step of the way. And honestly, once you learn to love yourself as you are now, you kind of let go of that end goal, and you start to realize, I'll get there when I get there. If I get there, it doesn't matter, but I'm still, you know, working on me. I'm showing up for me, and that's all that matters. Your priorities, why you're doing this, it's going to change along the way. So you just have to get started. Let go of that fear of what if, and just do and figure it out along the way, and learn to enjoy every single day and not focus on the end goal.